Everyone, welcome back to Bronco Wild Outdoors. All right, today's video is, as you see in the title, are car dealers finally seeing the writing on the wall? Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, so we know that inventory over the last couple of years has been a little stressed because of all the chaos in the world. And we know right now things are getting better, but by far back to where we need. Certain things are still back ordered, you can't get, other things are freeing up across the board, but moving in the right direction, but not there yet. Now, online vehicle sales is nothing new. People have been doing it for quite a few years now. But let's face it, most people, I think they might review a car online, but they still go to the dealer. They look around the lot, they pick something that they want, and they do the deal. I don't know the percentage. I just know that people that I know prefer to do it that way. I do know other people that order online. They just go to the dealer to pick it up. They do everything online. This is not new. I get it. But this is the trend going forward. How many times does a dealer call you out of the blue and says, "Hey, next vehicle you want, you need to order it online. We need to order the vehicle." You could go right now to their website, pick something that they have, do the deal online and go pick it up. But what if they don't have what you need? So that's what today's video is about. Yesterday, I received a call from a dealer, a Ford dealer in the central part of my state. So 2.5 hours away from me. I had to purposely drive by a lot of dealers to get to them back in 2016 when I bought my truck. So yesterday, I get this call and the salesperson says, "Hey, I want to thank you for your business back in 2016 when you bought your white F-250 diesel. I hope you're still enjoying it." Wow. Okay. So I get these calls all the time. I get sick and tired of taking them. This one broke the pattern because of how he introduced himself. He said his name, then he told me all that. So, okay, now I'm impressed. Now I'm listening. You got my attention. So he proceeded to tell me that how, you've been able to buy vehicles online now, but it's different. Sometimes you buy online what they have in stock, but going forward, there's going to be more and more and more emphasis put on ordering your vehicle. Now, if you need something today, if your car has been, wrecked or stolen or the engine's blown up or whatever, you have two options. Find something used, buy it, and order what you want. Or if you're lucky, you can find what you want on a lot and it's not priced too far over MSRP. So it's something you can afford. So you have a few different options. But what this dealer was doing, there's forward pacing going forward. They're forward pacing how the industry is moving to less standing inventory on their lot, more like a 50-day supply versus what it has been. And when I say has been, prior to the shutdown of the world. So back from 2019 back, it was an average 75, maybe 90-day supply, but I think 75 days. And they want to move more toward industry standard now, industry standard, 50-day supply. So some dealers a little more, some a little less. But I just thought it was interesting that this dealer is taking the action, proactive. They're very proactive in saying, here's how we're going to do things. Here's how it's going to be done. Informing me, right? Giving me a heads up. It was a nice call. Lets me start thinking about it. I put it in my subconscious. So if I've always gone to a dealer, picked out what they had, bought it, they're starting to shift my paradigm on how it's done. So that call was huge for me. And look, I know this already from covering the vehicles and especially the Bronco stuff. It was just interesting to get it from a consumer's point of view to have someone in the industry call me, not me reaching out to them. Or, sometimes, let's face it, we know more than dealers that we're working with. This dealer gets it. They're stand up. They're honest people. They're great to work with. So that's already going in their favor. But now they're calling me to give me this heads up. So we run a business, right? If I know I'm going to expand maybe late this year, say August, then I'm going to call the dealer, one of the two dealers that I work with, and say, "Hey, how long will it take me to get this F-150 this way? How exactly I want it?" They tell me 3 months, I'm going to order it a little bit later. But they tell me 9 months, I'm going to order it now in preparing for that expansion in my company later this year. So having this conversation now, the next time we have a meeting based on our budget or our vision for the year, "Hey, I've had this call. This salesman called me up, and vehicle expert really is what he was, and he calls me and says, 'Hey, it's going to be 9 months to get X, Y, and Z what you normally buy.'" I can have that conversation in that meeting. We're not leaning back on where we were and we want to expand in August, and now here's July, and we suddenly start looking for a vehicle. I can go ahead and do the paperwork now. I don't have to pay for it now. I can get it ordered now. And that just adds flexibility for my company. Whether it's for you personally, it's a personal vehicle, you know you're going to replace your vehicle at the end of the year. Well, there you go. Just thought it was interesting that there are some dealers out there that are very, very proactive. They've been doing online sales for years, but I don't know if that's their normal business. I think the shift that we all talk about, manufacturer to consumer direct. I think that as that gets closer and closer to happening, dealers have to position themselves differently as a distribution type center. And I think this dealer is probably doing that. So geographically, they have the perfect location for that. But I think the paradigm that they're helping their clients, past, present, and future, understand how the industry is going was absolutely wonderful. So if you are in a dealership that's doing that, I have to tell you, super impressed. Thank you for being a thought leader. So anyway, if you haven't already, like the video, hit subscribe and that little bell icon, you know when I drop a video or go live, which we do every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I appreciate you watching.